over the Zoom. No, what is this? It's
StreamYard.
StreamYard airwaves. It's the Sons of Honarchy podcast with your co-hosts. I am Steve-O at Drunk Shy Sox Fan on Twitter.
And Hot Take Tommy. And on this episode of the Sons of Honarchy, we are going to try to have a good mood. It's been one hell of a week for our boys in the black and white.
Yes,
but
it has been a rough one. But we're going to try and stay positive and optimistic. This is why you play 162. All of this is brought to you by us, so make sure you go rate, subscribe, review to the pod if you do not already.
Stars, please.
We
4
are
stars.
Yes, we are your favorite 4-star White Sox podcast, as always. We are on YouTube as well, so go check us out on YouTube. We go live now.
Yes. Go live.
As live as Bill O'Reilly, baby. Tom, how you doing? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I survived this week, I think is the best way for me to put it. God damn, it was gorgeous yesterday.
Yeah, beautiful day.
Every
I'm sad that
Chicagoan talked about it, but oh yeah, you were just...
I was just trapped inside, having to take an exam. But I passed. I passed the exam, baby. I got my preliminary results. I have my teacher evaluator. I will have my teacher's evaluator's license. So I'll be able to judge teachers and their performance.
And he's going to basically be the man now.
Absolutely.
So if you are sick of... If you want to put it to the man, put it to Steve-O.
Stick it to the maniosis, baby. So, yes, I'm just glad that I passed that exam. It was a rough 3-hour exam.
Yeah,
so.
And the power going out in the middle of it.
Oh, yeah, and the power going out in the middle of it. Thanks, Oak Park.
Forest Park all the way, baby.
Oh, yeah, you already know. No. Shouts to Xfinity for at least having a mobile hotspot. So, Tom, we are a White Sox baseball podcast. So
we're apparently a corporate podcast because you just gave Xfinity a shout out.
No free ads.
Yeah, if we got Xfinity having ads on us, we'd be in it.
Absolutely. So, shouts to Spags, my guy Lucky Spag, Shane Spagnola, who's already in the chat. Appreciate you guys who are joining us live. It's nice to have people that are tuning in and actually want to hear what we have to say.
Yeah, happy Sunday, fun day to y'all. Let's enjoy it. It's Geo Day.
It's Geo Day. Welcome back to the lineup, Lucas Giolito, or the rotation, I should say, Lucas Giolito.
Yeah,
much needed.
Meanwhile, no one else is coming back to the lineup. Everybody's dead.
All White Sox go to heaven, baby. Shouts to Keelan for that tweet. All Sox go to heaven. That's the inspiration for today's episode name. So I can't take credit for that. I'm no Jay Kuda. So
absolutely dead.
So
we don't have to go down that road.
Exactly.
But yeah, I mean, really quick fact check from last episode. We were talking about the unwritten rules of baseball.
Yes.
And we got to keep ourselves honest here. We don't make many mistakes, but when we do, we actually make a lot of mistakes. But
yes, we do. We are
try to correct ourselves when we do.
We are not the most knowledgeable White Sox fans.
We are.
That's why we're your favorite 4-star podcast.
Yeah, 4 stars.
So.
We only asked for 4 stars. So we were talking about the unwritten rules of baseball, and we were talking about the Giants being like suck it unwritten rules. And we don't need to go down that road with Jay Kuda. We really don't. We
got to keep that comment up. Thanks, Sammy Davis Jr.
Thank you. Unwritten rules of baseball. We were talking about Steven Duggar, and I think I said that he had a bunt single in the second. He actually had a bunt single in the 6th inning, but somebody stole a bag in second. So
no. I think it.
Dubon had the bunt. See, I can't even get it right when I'm reading.
And Duggar had the stolen base.
Yes. So
Tommy can't even get his names right, folks.
Yo, it's all good. The Giants are still breaking the unwritten rules of baseball. The fucking Raciel Iglesias, who is still starting at shortstop in the major leagues.
What?
Yes. For the Nationals.
Raciel Iglesias plays. Wow. You are on one today. Raciel Iglesias is a relief pitcher.
Yeah, we're all good.
Yep. Are you thinking of Alcides Escobar?
Yes, I am.
Whoo! Tommy is on brand today, folks. He is like 3 cups of coffee in, and he is just tripping over names already.
Can't do it.
We don't even need fact check. I got you covered today.
Thank you. And the other fact check. We were doing White Sox nicknames.
Best White Sox nicknames.
We forgot Diamond Dallas.
Dallas. By the way, I would give Diamond Dallas like a B rating. Like that's a B-rated nickname right there.
It's
not A-rated,
on a good
but
day.
it's B.
Dusty Dallas, though?
Dusty Dallas is a nickname, man.
Fucking hell, man.
Holy cow. Are we going to see your guy, Johnny Cueto?
I hope so. He's getting a Charlotte start.
Yeah, he got one. It was yesterday, and it was not good.
Why you got to call him my guy? I love him.
He is your guy.
I do.
Johnny, you are a big Johnny Cueto guy.
He's coming. He's going to be just fine once we get him to the majors. The problem that he had is that he was facing like subpar competition. So he brought the level of competition down to that level.
Right.
So let's put him up against like the best lineup in baseball. He's going to shove. It's all good. It's all good, man.
Logic, baby. Tommy Logic.
Look, again, we're trying to stay positive this podcast, Steve. I don't have time for this bullshit.
Tommy Cueto Logic. Trash can Keuchel.
Again, Diamond Dallas is dead. Dusty Dallas is here to stay. But Johnny Cueto's also on the way. So I'm not worried about this lineup. I'm not worried about this rotation. I just want to get
You are
through.
staying way too positive for how bad this team has been lately. They have been absolutely
Steve,
horrific.
We are supposed to ignore the last week of baseball and just pretend like it didn't happen and move on with our lives. Yes, we don't have any more Eloy Jimenez. Yes, Luis Robert is gone forever. Unlike Aaron Hernandez. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. And I'm saying that because I need it to be fine, Steve.
Yeah, trust me. We've been hanging our hat on this team being very, very good this year.
Yeah.
And they've looked absolutely horrific in the past week. And I know this is why you play 162, as I mentioned as we opened up. But I got into some arguments about where this team is at and how they're performing.
Indeed.
And one of them was with my guy Brewhan Luke, especially after the Friday game.
The Friday game was
One of said group chats was not very pretty, and we were very upset over the White Sox performance on Friday, and rightfully so, right? Kopech goes out, he shoves, gives you a great outing. Bullpen looks solid. I know.
You know that if Kopech shoves, Stevie gets real excited.
Oh,
so.
you already know that I got a major heart on for Michael Kopech.
But anyway, he gets out there and does his work. You're right.
Absolutely. Now, Kendall Graveman gives up the ground rule double on an 0-2 pitch with 2 outs.
He's been solid.
Not great.
Not mad about it. Yeah.
Not great, right? But no, that is not factual. Luke did not call me an ethnic slur.
Good God.
So I'm also white. So obviously there were a lot of things to be upset about with the Friday game, Tom.
Yeah.
There was the Graveman pitch. There was the Tim Anderson throw to first when he, I don't know, either couldn't get it out of his glove or decide whether he was going to throw that ball to try and get Correa out or not.
Yeah.
There was Jose with the little league move of throwing home when nobody is going home, and just an absolutely horrific throw.
Yeah.
And then there was...
They're pressing, man.
There was... absolutely pressing when you didn't need to press.
Yeah.
And then you have Tony La Russa, who there has been a lot of frustration with his lineup construction, as we've seen on White Sox Twitter.
Jay Cuda knows all about it.
Yes, he does. Shout out to Sam Sherman of Northside Sox, who actually did originally create that Larry Garcia 1 through 9 batting order meme. But that being said, where do you want to point the blame, Tom? If you were to point the finger at anybody right now, and not just the Friday game, obviously the Friday game, there were some big mistakes, and you can kind of put that anywhere you want. But when it boils down to how bad they've been in the past week, where do you want to kind of point the finger first if you're going to do it?
You know, I want to put it on, the 1 through 5 hitters, basically. Like the guys that we're supposed to be able to count on have not been showing up. Whether you want to say it's Tim Anderson, whether you want to say it's Jose Abreu, whether you want to say it's Luis Robert and Eloy Jimenez, may they rest in peace. It's just guys have not been producing,
right.
Up and down the order. And it's hitting's contagious is one of the things, and it's not a bug that anybody's caught so far this season. Mind you, a lot of talk in baseball about the ball being deadened. A lot of talk about the home run numbers being down more than ever.
Yeah, absolutely. The ball is not as alive as it was in 20 and 21.
Yeah. And, hey, hashtag Donaldson facts. Man hits the shit out of a ball, 110 exit velo, 20% launch angle, still can't hit a home run. Fuck Josh Donaldson. But that was last week. This whole I'm just gonna like pin it to April. Actually, is what I really want to do. Is yes, like I can blame those guys up and down the order. That's probably where my blame lands on first. But secondarily,
right,
it's April, man. Like it's cold as fuck. Like this lineup has traditionally been a group of players that does not produce until it gets hot. And I'm just gonna hope for the best. I mean, fucking the Cubs scored 21 runs yesterday because it was 80 degrees. Let's just hope that the baseball is different, flies different when it's hot, which we already know to be true. So
for sure. And April baseball is April baseball, right? Yeah. I mean, I think they're going to eventually work out the kinks. I think this team is too good. They're too talented. They're eventually going to get healthy, and they're going to catch fire. I think this team, I'm confident in saying that.
There's the stay positive I needed.
The problem
with that
staying positive is that even though it's 162 games, every game counts. And I know, as my guy Sammy Davis June and Jimmy June in the chat here wants to say, when an entire team is struggling offensively and defensively, it's on the coaching staff.
Well, let's not say the entire team is struggling defensively. Tim Anderson is struggling defensively.
Yeah, I mean, Tim Anderson, Jose Abreu. Yeah. But here's the thing. Coaching staff, yes, if you want to pin a little bit on them, that's fine. Tip my hat to Ethan Katz, who honestly, outside of Vince Velasquez couple starts and Dallas Keuchel being Dusty Dallas, the pitching staff, both starters and bullpen, have looked absolutely phenomenal.
They look great. They look really good.
They have been nails. They've been so good.
Dusty Dallas, like if he didn't get those 3-4 errors or whatever behind him.
No, I'm not even.
I'm just saying it's
very bad.
You could knock off a couple of those earned runs
still not
and
good.
The unearned runs.
Now, I know you may want to pin it on the coaching staff here, and I think it's easy to look at Tony La Russa, look at the lineups that have been put together, and Andrew Vaughn not playing every day, Leury Garcia batting second or third or fourth. You're like, what the fucking hell is going on?
He's batting seventh today.
He's batting seventh today.
Pretty good.
He finally checked his Twitter stream and saw what he should be doing. But here's the thing. Coaches don't take the field. I hate to say it, but coaches don't take the field. And if I'm going to point...
If I can stop you for 1 second, you definitely don't hate to say it. You love to say that. You say that all the time. But you're right is what I'm getting at.
If, for example, the White Sox were up 1 and Kyle Crick is in the game, closing out the game, yes, I'm going to point it at a manager or whoever's decision that was. Leury Garcia, obviously, I just mentioned it. Leury Garcia batting fourth, not good, right? But the rest of the guys in the lineup need to produce,
right?
Okay, and I've given my praise to pitching. So where does my blame get pointed? It's going to be at the offense, okay? Yeah. Let me run through some numbers really quick. And I pulled these numbers up before yesterday's game, so they're probably worse. I've got the offense right now, 28th in on-base percentage, which is a whopping 264 on-base percentage.
Pretty good, guys.
You can't get on base at a 264 clip and expect to be a winning ball club in any era of baseball. Any era of baseball. It could be the dead ball era. And if you're getting on base at a 264 clip, you are going to lose. On top of that,
it is the dead ball era, by the way.
Right now in baseball, it absolutely is. I mean, but here's even the Cubs. You look at the lineup that the Cubs are putting together, and they're still top 5 in OPS right now. The White Sox, and yes, the 21 run game yesterday definitely helped them. But You cannot get on base. There we go. 22 runs in 9 games. 22 runs in 9 games. Thank you, Shane Spagnola, for putting that in the chat. It's absolutely horrendous. That no managerial decision gives you 22 runs in 9 games. If you want to put it on anybody that's not a player, it's the GM. And you're going to, I don't know, Yasmani Grandal, Eloy Jimenez when he's healthy, Tim Anderson, Jose Abreu. These are guys that should be producing, okay? Now, in addition to that, they are 26th in OPS. I'm a big OPS guy, right? Because it's not just about getting on base, it's about getting extra base hits too.
Yeah.
They have an OPS on base plus slugging of 608. Barry Bonds' career slugging percentage is just slugging is 608. You take out his on base percentage and you just take Barry Bonds' slugging numbers. It is 608. Okay? That is horrific. I trust me. I mean, it's one of the best hitters to ever play the game.
Yeah, that's not lost on us. But one man's just slugging is better than our entire team OPS. It's horrific. Yes, I know, according to our guy here, Sammy Davis, OPS is racist. That's true, actually.
But
that's true.
And here, you know, I want to address this too. Yasmani not hitting in the 9th inning with Tuggy McGuire. I'm dead.
That is not a nickname
Reese
that
McGuire.
we came up with, by the way.
Tuggy. I like that. That's good. I'm going to start using that. Thank you, Greg Miller.
That part did irk me. You know, I saw that and I was like, there's just no fucking reason why Reese McGuire is up in this situation. It's just that's not what he's there for. He's there to steal you strikes and he's there to throw guys out. And he should not be there for a 9th inning at bat with the game on the fucking line.
Yeah, I mean, if Yaz is fresh and Yaz is healthy, he absolutely should be coming off the bench. That's on La Russa. For sure. I'm going to put that one on Tony. That's agreed.
You can argue that he was trying to get him, like, better to get him, Reese, the experience in a big game moment like that early on in the season than later.
I mean, later in the season, if it comes down to the wire, it
shouldn't be him.
Tuggy here should never be up at the plate. Yeah, that one slipped by Tony. Yeah. I will absolutely say that. The problem is Tony didn't score 1 run that game. Andrew Vaughn's solo homer is the only offense they had that entire game.
Yeah, but Andrew Vaughn doesn't start every day.
And that's another issue, too. But do we think that Tony's the only one putting together these lineups, though?
Yeah, this is Super Joe. It's got Super Joe written all over it.
Analytics department?
No, I mean, look, the buck stops with him, though. Like, right? You can't just, like, it looks like you're trying to make excuses for Tony La Russa.
Oh yeah, I know. I mean, there's that group chat that I was just mentioning with Bruhan Luke in it. I mean, that group chat has been renamed what? I told you this.
Steve-O La Russa.
Steve-O La Russa. Apparently, I'm the biggest Tony La Russa defender ever. Apparently, because
you're coming across that way, at least.
I guess that's the impression I give. That's what I got to say about it. I don't love Tony La Russa at all.
You just don't blame him.
I cannot blame him for how bad the offense has been.
You can. You just aren't. Right? You can do whatever you want.
I just don't think it makes sense.
Yeah, and you have a point, but you also can't ignore like what I said. I am not blaming Tony La Russa. I don't think Tony La Russa is doing a good job though.
No, I agree.
Those both can be true.
I agree.
Like he's not doing a good job, but it's not his fault.
You know who might be worse in the coaching staff though?
Who?
Menechino.
Yo, Menechino magic is gonna come right back. Menechino is just it's playing 3D chess, right? It's just like you gotta suck ass so the pitchers stop trying, and then you get them.
Any team whose on base percentage is 264 at any point in the season, it needs to be on the hot seat, right?
Yeah.
And on top of that, I don't even know if that's the worst part of the coaching staff.
You just said it was. Who's worse then?
Strength and conditioning.
They fired that whole department and brought in new guys.
Did they?
Yeah. That's the offseason. They got rid of their maybe it was their athletic trainer. That's who it was. And they brought somebody else new in because there's so many injury problems last year, and obviously not the problem.
Yeah. Well, I mean, another comment here from Julius. I'm going to mispronounce the last name.
Julius A.
Julius A. Thank you. Seems obvious the problem is competitor evaluation and scouting. The Sox don't have good data and therefore good advice on how to pitch and hit against competitors. I mean, that really showed up in the ALDS against Houston last year.
Well, because I don't think we'd ever seen a fucking iPad.
Completely outcoached and completely unprepared. So there you go. I mean, it's a top-down approach. I mean, it's everything. Yes, obviously, our guys hitting 260 or getting on base at a 264 clip is terrible. But I think there are other systems in place right now that are failing our players, right? And the talent that we have.
You know, you hear this. This is the shit that the fucking Cubs fans were saying when their lineup was bad for a long time. You know, they were like, they want to blame it on the hitting coach. They got like 6 different hitting coaches in that era, and
Chili Davis.
They wanted Chili Davis, piece of shit. But it's like you want to, especially us. We want to stand for our players because we think that the players have the talent that we need. It's just the things around them that are failing them.
Mm-hmm.
But the players are the ones who aren't hitting. The players are the ones who aren't, producing right now. I don't think that it's sustainable because I trust their talent. I'm not gonna jump and blame the coaching staff and everything right now, just yet. It's just fucking April baseball.
Yeah.
Like errors happen more often in April because you can't feel the fucking ball. Hits are deadened because the air is cold and the ball doesn't pop the same way. It's just, this is the kind of the way it is. The flaw in that approach that I understand, everybody says this, is that the other team is also playing in those conditions.
Right.
So you should be able to beat them because everybody's got the same problems. But Steve, we were supposed to be fucking positive today. It's Geo Day. We're done. We're done. Okay, this is what actually I want to bring up. Like, this is the point of having an ace. This is the point of having a stopper, right? Like, we can just turn the page, understand that our guy with 0 ERA is taking them out. Yes, I know he only took 1 start and was taken out early, but he has a 0 ERA. So we're gonna keep rolling with it until that's not true. So I mean, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I got faith. I mean, I think today's game, as weird as this sounds, on April 24th, right now, I just want to make sure I got the date right. Mm-hmm. It's a very important game. Today is a very important game. You do not, after the way you performed in Cleveland and the way you've been the last 2 games, letting one slip through your fingers on Friday and just get absolutely demolished on Saturday, you don't want to let today pass you by. You want to take advantage of Chris Archer on the mound. You want Giolito to go out and absolutely shove now that he's healthy. Mm-hmm. And you need to avoid a sweep at the hands of a division rival who went out and, I'll be honest, had a better offseason than you. So,
shots fired.
I mean, I'll be honest. And I know you're a big Han bot,
yeah,
Tom,
I don't know if you can go at Rick Hahn like
when
that.
you go out and you go get Carlos Correa, I mean, you're the offseason winner.
Yeah. I don't love look, it's also it's a Sunday day game. We're just gonna have to deal with what La Russa puts out there. But we gotta get a game. We can all agree. We just need to win.
1,000%. Gio, how long do you think he's going, Tom?
Let's go with complete game shutout. If I'm being honest, Buff Gio is here and he wants to get his 200 innings.
Oh, is this the 20 pounds of or 15 pounds of muscle, right?
20 pounds of muscle. 20 pounds of muscle added. Gio, Buff Gio is going 200 innings this season, which means that he's going to need to start stacking those up now. I think he goes 6.
5.
6.
5 plus. 5, maybe 5 plus.
Well, he pitches in the 6th, but doesn't get out of it. Is that what you're saying?
I hope it's like you just want a different matchup, like a lefty-lefty matchup or something.
5 1/3 over or under?
I'm going to go under just because it's his first start. 5 on the dot.
5 on the dot.
5 on the dot. So, and I agree with my guy Spags here. He says 5 as well. You know what, Tom? Let's address this. We got our guy Carey in the chat too. This is on Rick Hahn for not constructing an improved roster, Tony for decisions, and players for not producing. All around piss poor effort. doesn't seem like anyone was prepared. Also, Steve Wood. You know what that means, right, Tom?
Not gonna address it. I unbelievable. Thank you,
It's
Gary.
the shiny dome right now.
It's you could put that cap back on.
Wisdom, baby.
This screams like the roller coaster like fan base that we can't like sit still and we have to
breathe. Just breathe.
Yeah. We can't like that's what I'm feeling like. The energy is so like burn it all down, like fuck everything. Fuck what they say,
It's really bad right now.
People getting blocked by Steve Stone.
But just breathe. Yep, let's address that, Tom. You got a bone to pick, Tom?
I have a motherfucking bone to pick.
All right. Let's go at it, Tom.
So I am sick and tired of Steve Stone haters. I don't look, all of you people that are trying to say that he's a corporate guy, that he doesn't
corporate fans.
Yeah, like corporate fans stand together. Me and Steve Stone, okay, the man's been around baseball long enough where like, oh my God, I'm sounding like a fucking the man's been around long enough to know though that like this season is going to have these ebbs and flows. And specifically when you have, look, he hopped on the radio and tried to blame the poor start on the hitting on the fact that everybody's from Latin America and Tim Anderson's from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, which like as much as that's stupid, it does bear.
We have
some
been
weight.
a warm weather team. You know that.
We have a warm weather.
Look at Jose
team.
Abreu's career.
And
month splits.
And that's he's the king of August. And he won an MVP because the whole season was played in August. But I want to kind of join voices with Steve Stone. Like I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of the way that this season has gone so far. I'm not afraid that Tim Anderson has his heirs like popping up like crazy right now. Like it's just cold weather.
Hope he gets it out of his system.
Also,
I guess he got to get it
something
out of your system,
that nobody's talking about is that we were hot going into 2 off days in a row that were unscheduled.
Mm-hmm.
We were hot as fuck. And then those players had to sit in their fucking hotels in Cleveland, Ohio for 2 straight days. You think that they wanted that? You think that that's good for a hot streak? That'll cool you off.
It's like Joakim
fast.
Noah said. You don't go out in Cleveland.
Nobody goes on vacation to Cleveland. Never heard of it. Look, like that. If you want to blame, I'm going to take everything I've said so far this podcast back. You want to blame something? Blame the weather in Cleveland. Fuck Cleveland. Fuck their hotels. They probably did some shit in the water for the White Sox, like that we're sitting in the hotel rooms. Put my tinfoil cap on. I don't care. But
we're gonna get you up on the board.
Yeah,
Pepe Sylvia, man. Let's do it, Tom.
The water in Cleveland. That's what we're blaming this on.
Hot TikTok, Charlie Day. Come on.
I really no. This is a serious thing though. Like there's no way that you can't look at those 2 days in Cleveland and say that the before White Sox where they hadn't lost a fucking series yet, and the after White Sox where they can't win a fucking game. Those 2 off days are the story of the season right now.
You can't measure momentum, but I do agree with you. I do agree with you that those 2 off days threw them off their rhythm. Right, you win back-to-back series, right? 1 on the road, 2 at home. You go travel, you're ready to play, and then
you wake up that day
2 games get banged.
Yeah.
When really you were only expecting 1 to get banged too. So it's really unfortunate. And once again, you got to ride the wave. Positives and negatives all throughout the season. Just breathe, everybody. Everything's going to be okay. We're going to be all right. I really want the offense to figure it out. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But since you went on a rampage just now, Tom,
stop getting blocked by Steve Stone. Anyway.
Well, no, go get blocked by Steve Stone. It's still one of my life goals to get blocked by Steve Stone.
Just send him a dick pic.
And I will absolutely agree with Julius A here, who says Stone is excellent at explaining baseball. He corporate shill. I mean, we're corporate fans too. Here's the thing. He is unbearable. He is absolutely unbearable on social media.
He's a social media god, first of all. Second of all,
He's like, what, 70?
Yeah.
If you're over 65, you should never be allowed on Twitter. Sorry. It's just one of those things. You should be like banned from social media.
One of those
if you are old. Okay? Like,
dude, I thought I was going to be the wild one
Shrugs.
on this podcast. Don't shrug.
all right. Speaking of getting wild, I've got a bone to pick as well, Tom. I really hope you're ready for this one.
Let's
So,
hear it.
the Aloy injury. Obviously, we're all really sad about the Aloy injury, right? It's not a good look for the White Sox. You're losing a guy who, yes, he's off to a cold start, but he's going to be really important.
That hammy.
He's going to be really important for this team moving forward. It's something that I've said.
Unless
His offensive success is going to be the team's going to ride on it. It needs to ride on it, right? There are a couple tweets that I need to mention in regard to the Aloy injury. The first is a positive one, and it's from our guy K Fids, biggest Cubs White Sox supporter that's a Cubs fan, I feel like, in the world. Him and Yumper.
Little Yump.
Now, he was talking about Aloy's stride and saying, I'm going to say this to all the young ball players out there. Do not lunge, in all caps, do not lunge toward first on a close play on a grounder. Forward lean. The lunge doesn't make you faster, increases your injury risk. Absolutely correct. So my bone to pick here, my first bone to pick in regard to the injury is with whoever's having them work on base running. Okay. Like, this is a rookie mistake right here. And by rookie mistake, I mean little league mistake. So there are some coaching staff things here that need to be pointed out, right?
Talk about base running. That's fucking Super Joe. Like,
Oh, you're gonna put that on Joe McEwing?
Yeah, if we're gonna blame the coaching staff, don't go after Tony. Go after Super Joe. All right.
Hot take Tommy here. In rare form, as always. I got a second bone to pick though with this injury, and it is
that wasn't really a bone to pick. You were like, "Hey, K-Fid's made a great comment."
Well, my bone to pick first there is with the coaching
lunge,
staff,
the
right?
lunge.
The lunge
Yeah.
and whoever's teaching our players to do that or not teaching our players to correct that. The second bone to pick is with Ozzie Jr. Ozzie Guillen Jr., my guy here. Oh, man.
Junior. Emphasis, Junior.
Junior. I'm glad people ripped him apart on Twitter for this. He goes and says, after the Aloy injury happens, says, the injury to Aloy came from all the negative comments he got from everyone saying he was dogging it last night. Now he overdid it. It did not look good. Are you for real? Are you serious? After you got ripped in the comments of your tweet, you should have deleted this shit, man.
No.
This is stupid. Aloy is not hustling out a ground ball because he's on Twitter scrolling through and being like, oh, people are ripping me apart because I dogged it last night.
Okay,
Oh, no.
First of all,
That's not what he's doing. The fuck out of here. He's just playing hard baseball, and he made a dumb base running mistake.
He did make a dumb base running mistake. He shouldn't have been lunging. He should know better. All three of those things are true.
You don't
ever
point it at the fan base.
However, I need something that we need to make clear is that Big Baby's not on Twitter. He's on Instagram. He's scrolling on Instagram and seeing these comments.
Oh,
Steve.
it's the gram.
So he's on the gram seeing these comments from the night before and how he was dogging it. And he probably read those and analyzed himself, thought deeply about how he should try harder for this fan base. He needs to hit those 74 home runs.
Are you playing devil's advocate right now? Are you actually support?
I think that Junior here has a good point.
Fuck out of here.
He's probably, we can't. No, I can't.
I know. Thank you. Thank you.
No, this is bullshit. Like, these players know that they're going to get shit from left, right, and center throughout the season. They might scroll on Instagram one day, but they're going to forget it the next day because, they got their guys.
You got to have thick skin when you're a Major League Baseball player.
The only thing, if anything, is the pushing him to, try a little harder. It might be fucking the rest of the guys in the dugout, calling him out for dogging it. That's more likely to be true than the fucking comments on Twitter. Because again, I don't even fucking think Big Baby's got a Twitter account. He's always on Insta, but I don't know.
That's ridiculous.
That's some horseshit.
Come on now.
We can all agree that's some horseshit. So anyway,
ass hat tweet, man.
We
Come
are
on, dog.
supposed to be positive this podcast, Steve.
Oops.
It's Geo Day. We've got our stopper out there. We've got our ace. We got our guy.
Yes.
And Leary's batting 7th. Not
Yes.
second or
Much
third.
better. You know what? What are your thoughts on this lineup today?
It's pretty good. It's clearly a Sunday lineup, though. I mean, you got
Mendick, you got Leary, you got Gavin.
Yeah, and fucking Hazley.
Oh, that's right. I forgot Adam Hazley making his first White Sox start today.
No, he start another day.
Oh, did he? Did he start in Cleveland?
Well, I mean, Tony La Russa was writing the lineup, so I believe yes, he did.
Yeah, I can't remember.
The point, though, is that the Adam Hazley era has begun.
Absolutely.
And he's our real right fielder.
No, absolutely not.
I'm just it's a problem that we have A.J. Pollock because he's really blocking his development. Is what I've been trying to say all offseason.
You're hilarious.
So I'm not super pleased with it's a Sunday getaway day lineup, which you know what?
You get an off day tomorrow, which is nice.
You do, but why then wouldn't you play your full-on starting staff trying to get a fucking win? Because you can't buy a win right now. And you would love to go into this off day with a dub, take a break, come back, and catch fire again. I don't know. It's just we're gonna see a W today. We're all gonna forget.
For those of you that are listening live, if y'all are big betting people, throw down on the White Sox today.
Absolutely.
I'm about to throw down on the money line.
Absolutely.
Maybe not the run line. They might just win by 1, especially with the way this offense has been playing. But throw down on that money line. There's no way they're getting swept by Minnesota today, right? No way.
I just want to live in that positivity, though.
Absolutely.
Carrie, go die.
Carrie in the comments section talking about Blake Rutherford's season. You already know. Bring him back, man.
Stop it. You're hurting my feelings.
Well, James Fox on Twitter said that the White Sox should take a flyer on Justin Upton. What are your thoughts on it?
No, don't say that. It's like, look, we've got the thing that we knew about this team is that they've got outfielders on outfielders and outfielders. Some of the depth in the outfield.
Mike Rodolfo.
Give him a chance. Give him a fucking chance. Honestly, if you need dingers, might as well. Let him strike out 200 times and get you 5 bombs. Let's take it.
Oh, jeez.
But you don't
want to see the Justin Upton flyer?
No, look, we really do. We have an abundance of outfielders.
You have abundance of guys that you throw in the outfield. I wouldn't call Andrew Vaughn and Gavin Sheets outfielders.
Same thing, Steve. It's the same thing. Look, I've said it a million times. Outfielders are outfielders are outfielders. The ball goes over the infield's head. You get it. You throw it to the cutoff man. That is all there is to it.
I wouldn't hate the flyer, to be honest with you, especially if Adam Hazley is boo boo.
He's fine. Adam Hazley's fine.
All right. Well, you said you wanted to stay positive today, so picking up flyer free agents and seeing Adam Hazley in the lineup is not positive.
Sox are going to win today.
The Sox are going to win today, but the Sox do eventually come back home. We got some games against Kansas City. We got some games against the Angels. And there are some new amenities at the ballpark.
Thank you. Let's go.
And some returning amenities, of course. But one thing that I love about the ballpark, Tom, you know this already.
Section 108.
Section 108, obviously. As I'm wearing the T-shirt. No, there are tons of things I love about the ballpark, right? Countless things I love about the ballpark. But one thing that Guaranteed Rate Field does better than almost every single major league ballpark is their food amenities.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
So I wanted to go through, just like you made me grade. Since you were critical of my grading system, I was going to make you go.
You were so harsh.
Low tier, mid tier, high tier with these food amenities.
Okay.
Instead, I'm going to make you do grades too, A through F. Throw it right back at you from last week, baby. Okay. I'm going to go through a list of items, and I want you to grade them A, B, C, D, or F on what you think their quality is in the ballpark. Or if you've never had the item, basically give me a grade on how you think it would be. Okay?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm going to start with the classic. A hot dog or a Polish at the park?
First of all, take that Polish, throw it out. A grade for the hot dog.
Oh, now onions or no onions?
I have everything. Literally whatever they have there besides ketchup, put it on.
Yes.
Whatever is available. Now, if you're going on the bargain bargain hot dog, and you've got like it's just like rolled up in the tinfoil or
Yes.
whatever, and then you have to get your own
steamed
onions.
ones. The
steamed
steamed
ones.
Steamed dogs.
Was
The grilled dogs are an A with the onions.
Yes, exactly. You can get the grilled, yeah. But however, I know you, and you're getting the fresh onions that you have to like rotate the
that's
wheel
not me.
and then that's what you should be doing.
Oh,
and then
you're saying if I get
you should be getting the relish packet, the mustard packet, the onions.
You're talking about the
out.
steamed dog. If you're getting a steamed dog, what's your grade on a steamed dog?
Oh,
at the
that's A
park?
grade. Absolutely.
Oh, that's still
Yeah,
A grade?
Oh my god, yeah. You just have to get your shits
Nah.
right. You have to do it right.
Steamed
It's
dogs.
on you.
Steamed dogs are only A grade when they're $1. That's my take.
It's never coming back, Steve.
I know it's not. You know what?
That promotion
That will
is
be
dead.
Here's the thing. The one positive to this year, guys. If the White Sox continue to play like they have the past week, we might get dog season back. Just think about that. Okay.
But let me get to Polishes though. Polishes are a solid B. Like that's
Okay.
for your people who don't know how to make your hot dog right. You can get a Polish, and that'll kind of cover up the fact that you don't know how to make the hot dog.
I
Right.
am a big hot dog guy over Polish at the park as well, but a good you cannot beat a good Polish either. Like here's the thing: if I'm gonna go get a Polish,
Gotta get the grilled onions.
no, well
Yes,
yes,
you
at the
do.
park,
Yes, you
at the park for
do.
sure. No, if you're gonna go get a Polish around the park, you're either going
okay, I hear you.
as
Around the
Julia
park.
said, you got to go to Maxwell Street,
Yep.
or go to 35th Street Red Hots. The jumbo Polish with fries at 35th Street Red Hots,
Yes.
incredible.
Good golly. Yes.
So you know what? We're keeping it to ballpark amenities though.
So we're staying inside
Inside the confines.
because if you want to open it up outside the ballpark, we got an
Oh,
entirely different
Exactly.
conversation. We
Exactly.
are
All right.
within 35th Street and Shields.
Next
like
thing on the
inside.
list. Next thing on the list.
Yeah.
Cuban sandwich at the ballpark.
Absolute S grade. I'm not even kidding. It's so dirty good. It's like
Oh, what?
oh my god.
No. So here's the thing. Go ahead. I'll let you explain. The Cuban at the ballpark you're saying is A++.
Steve, it's really fucking good. And I just think about it. It's literally like meat and pickles and just like and shitty bread. Like you can't sop up alcohol better than with meat. You're just like forget people that tell you to eat white bread after you drink too much. Wrong. Eat a bunch of meat. Get the meat sweats.
Grease.
It'll all get
Grease, grass, and Gatorade. This is coming from an expert in hangovers. So
I
most times we record this podcast, I'm usually hungover. You should take it from me.
So get out there, get yourself a Cuban, and nom down. Not King Nom. I apologize. Not just eat it.
But he is the Dollar Dog King.
Yes, indeed.
Here's the thing. I've heard that the quality of the Cuban sandwich has diminished tremendously over the past year or so at the ballpark.
Tough. That's
so
tough.
I might have to try it for myself. I've never had a Cuban at the ballpark, but I've heard it's not what it used to be. So next thing on the item, or next item on the list, we got loaded fries, Tom.
That's a D grade.
Ooh,
Big fat D grade. How the fuck are you supposed to eat them?
with a fork.
Everything at the ballpark should be hands on. No utensils required. Everything at the ballpark should be able to eat while walking around or like sitting in your seat without extra utensils required.
Okay.
That's like we're gonna get to it later.
Fair.
We're gonna get to it later, but I have my takes on ice cream as well. But you don't want to have to use two hands. You want something in one hand and a beer in the other, right? Like you want to be able to kind of do whatever. Or a phone.
Are you walking and eating the entire time?
No, but I want to have the option, Steve. Okay? I don't have if you're at a ballpark, you don't have a goddamn table in front of you. I don't want to have to like set up a TV stand and like plate, fork, knife, napkin, goddamn candle, labra shit. Like I don't have time for that.
See,
I'm looking at the game. I want to have a dog in one hand, a fucking like slice of pizza, a sandwich. It has to be handheld. It has to be handheld.
So your hot dog in one hand,
yes.
My hot dog in your
God.
other hand.
Good God. Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
My guy, even though he's a Moncada, not even a Moncada hater, but my guy Lucky Spag here saying the fries are really good at the ballpark.
Look,
They are really good.
They may be good, but they're not for me. And
All
again,
right.
you said this is my grading system.
Go
right?
ahead.
You,
All right.
you came in with your
Then I'll stop.
shit grading
Then
system.
I will stop.
Yeah,
my
I know,
shit grading
yeah,
system.
It was a little aggressive. That's all I'm saying.
Wow.
You gave a lot of.
Wow.
You gave
Remember,
out like
I
1A.
just
You gave
passed
out
an
1A.
evaluator's training.
You did.
Remember this.
Yeah, you're a
I know
teacher-
how to
you're a teacher,
evaluate.
teacher.
Exactly. Next one. And you know what? We got a couple items here that are new to the ballpark that I want to have you analyze here.
Yes.
The first one is the pretzel bun brat. Have you seen that one?
Absolutely. I'm gonna mash that. I'm definitely
Really?
gonna grab that. Oh my god. Yeah.
You want that?
So I'm gonna go with B because it's unknown. B only because it's unknown.
Okay.
It looks phenomenal.
It looks like too much bread.
Guaranteed. That's not a bad thing, Steve. That's first of all.
That's beer room. That's room for beer in my stomach.
Beer
there.
and bread are like, it's just liquid. Like beer is just liquid bread, so it's the same shit. Honestly.
Yeah, no, I don't have that room in my stomach, man. You have to remember, I'm like only 165 pounds here.
Unbelievable. Great Taste Less Filling is in the ballpark now, so you don't have to worry about that. And I can't sit here and say that dog is going to come like freshly made. You know that shit's prepackaged, like, and they wrapped it. The what is it called? No, not a dog.
The pretzel.
The brat.
The
The
brat.
brat. That's what I was trying to say.
Brat, yeah, it's
The
a
brat
not
is
a dog.
coming to the ballpark in a Cisco like van that's got like it already pre-wrapped and shit. Like they're not like making it fresh. It's not the quality that you're gonna expect at like some place that you're gonna. Again, this is within the ballpark.
But you're excited to
don't-
try it.
I'm excited to try it. I want to know exactly what I'm getting into. They probably just gonna have it under heater lamps and like
That's way too much bread for me, man.
Dude, you don't even know. You don't even know.
All right, next thing. New item to the ballpark, pierogies.
Absolute B. Okay, again, like I was gonna get real excited about this. I was planning on being really excited about it, but again, it's unknown. I don't know,
Fair.
but I'm excited. I want to try it. I want to know. It's definitely on the list. Like if we're going down the list here, pierogies you can probably eat with one hand, I believe, because it's wrapped in bread. Yeah,
can
it's
pick
like
'em up
it's like a
and-
dumpling kind of a situation. You can
pick 'em
kind of
up.
like
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking. Like if it's kind of like a finger
but it's not
food.
just like a stuffing in your mouth.
No,
is
you
it?
can't. No, it's not like, whatever. But popcorn, you can. It's kind of like the same situation with the hand, even though it's not like a handheld,
So,
kind of a situation.
I had not at Guaranteed Rate Field. I had pierogies for the first time ever in a ballpark in Pittsburgh. Manny Sanguine's barbecue. Okay, so it was barbecue on top of pierogies, and it was just absolutely phenomenal. So I got to try these new ones at the ballpark too.
So excited for them. B
Oh,
grade
I'm
is
very
unknown.
excited for the pierogies.
This is good. This is
pretzel
good.
bun brat though.
Yes.
All right,
Steve,
all right.
Absolutely.
Next
Steve.
thing, nacho helmet. What are your thoughts on the nacho helmet?
It's tough. It's tough. I'm gonna give it I'm gonna give it a C. I'm so sorry.
Ooh,
I'm gonna give it a C. Now
I'm tough.
But the hard part about it, and the thing that irks me about it, is that they jack up the price for the helmet. Now that's unacceptable.
Mm.
I want the nachos because they're tasty.
You don't want the helmet.
I don't want that. I was 10 once. It was nice. It was nice to have that. I had like the little replica helmet from whatever it was when I was a kid, and it sat on my dresser, and that's great. I had that experience. I'm excited for that. I'm now a grown ass man. I don't want to fill my dresser with a never ending amount of replica helmets. I just want some fucking nachos at the game, and I don't want to pay $35 for nachos because there's a replica helmet that I'm gonna probably recycle.
Is it like how much are the nachos? That's the real question.
They're not like $35, but I think they're upwards of 20. And
Yeah,
it's like,
you know what? I'll drop a 20 spot on it. I here's the thing. I've never had like one of those replica helmets yet. So here's what I'm thinking at the ballpark
you've
this
never
year.
had the replica helmet.
No.
See, that's a must-have.
I know. I was
once in your life. That's why, again, a C grade because
I was a
they're
foam
jacking up the
finger
price,
kid.
but foam finger kid.
foam finger kid. I had foam fingers. So
Foam
I can get in verification. It's $25. You know what? This year I think I'm gonna get the helmet with everything on it.
Look, I'll eat it with
Right.
you. I will be there to
And-
mooch off of you for that.
And as I eat all of the nachos in front of you and not let you have any,
Motherfucker.
I am going to make sure I wipe the bowl clean and put the helmet on top of my head this year. Wait for the picture. It's gonna happen. I'm thinking June. It's got to be post-school year for me.
Just imagine the.
I have
sour
no
cream.
hair. I
Yeah,
have no
it's
hair to
not
worry
gonna-
about. I
it's
don't have
not
to worry
gonna
about
bug
getting shit out of here now. It's perfect.
It
It's the
actually
perfect
might be
time.
good because you could probably like moisturize that head with all that grease, like just to kind of like
There you go.
keep it
He's
safe.
like, you're already talking
the
about me
sun.
moisturizing my
Well, it's better
facial,
than
my-
you
my
don't
my top of my
moisturize
head.
enough, and that's a topic for another day.
almost as dry as beer garden Jim's meat. All right. Next one. Elotes at the park, Tom. What are your thoughts on elotes?
Now, this is tough because that does require a utensil, but it's in a cup usually, right? So it's yeah, it's a tough one. I want to give it. I mean, I gotta come in at a B. Because it is a flavor that is maximum. Like that is a great flavor, but it just like it's docked a little bit for the fact that I need a utensil. So
All right.
I just can't.
Fair enough.
It's tough. It's tough out there.
Here's the thing with elotes, and this is a personal preference. I'm not a mayo guy. So
What do you put on your sandwiches?
mustard? Depending on the sandwich, or pesto. Pesto on sandwiches is so good.
Well, yeah, but not everybody's like going to an Italian restaurant every day. Like you can.
What
What
about
about an everyday sandwich?
pesto
Just
at
a sandwich.
Aldi? Is Aldi Italian?
No, it's
The Aldi.
no.
The Aldi. Jimmy June.
No, stop it.
All right. Ballpark sunblock in a helmet.
Yeah, that would be
Love it.
better. That would be better. Than-
I don't
Needs
get
to
it.
Take care of himself. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, is that a ball joke?
Yeah. Well, you were the one who said that you're gonna take the fucking helmet, the replica helmet, and
All right,
smear
all
all
right,
the
all right,
sour
all right.
cream onto your head. After
Next.
you- That's on you.
No, not
man.
the sour cream. No, fuck sour. I don't even like sour cream either.
Then how are you gonna have loaded nachos? Dude,
You get it without the sour cream. You get it with all the other shit.
man,
Next one.
your-
Next one.
Your food takes are
Beggars
wild.
Pizza at the ballpark, Tom.
That's a man. See, that's tough because
They laid on thick.
I'm gonna give it an A. I'm gonna give it an A.
Yes.
Giving it an A. I like it. I like Beggars Pizza. It's not the best pizza, but it's good for ballpark.
It's good
pizza.
ballpark pizza.
It's good for ballpark pizza.
And the best part about Beggars Pizza at the ballpark is they do fresh gluten-free pizza. Well, not by fresh, I mean straight out the heater gluten-free pizza, which is huge for Kayla.
The
Okay,
opposite of
for those
fresh.
of you that don't know, the fiance is gluten-free. So the fact that they have gluten-free pizza at the ballpark is a game changer, and it's fresh when it comes out.
Look.
It is nice and warm and ready to be enjoyed and burn the top of your mouth.
Yes.
So
I think the important thing to keep in mind about Beggars Pizza at the ballpark is it's ballpark pizza. It's a different grading system than outside the ballpark. We discussed it earlier. Your grading in the ballpark for foods is different. It's a different scale than what you find outside the ballpark. Like you're gonna have a situation where the pizza is better elsewhere. But for ballpark pizza specifically, this is good. This is good ballpark pizza because it's not fucking Sbarro's. It's not Costco.
Sbarro is so
it's
bad.
not like what Dominic's used to serve. Although Dominic's pizza was.
I'm surprised there's no one in the comments, complaining for Connie's back, because that is classic South Side.
Fucking Connie's, bro.
That
That's
is
not
classic
it. I'm
right there.
sorry.
That's not it. Not
That's
a Connie's
not
guy,
it.
huh?
No,
I mean-
too ready.
All right.
But that's all I'll say about that.
I really think it's solid. So
That's
all
because
right.
you're dumb.
Next one. Bona beef. Bona beef at the ballpark, Tom.
Again, we're going back to an A for this because
An A for Bona?
dude, it's meat. You need some meat at the ballpark.
I'm not gonna get a
Absolutely.
beef sandwich at the ballpark. And maybe
Why
this is
not?
because I'm spoiled because I lived in Forest Park.
You
I
had
now
Johnny's
live in
right
Oak
there.
Park, and Johnny's is 2 miles up the road, and it's the best beef sandwich in the area, bar none.
Well, it's just fun to get a bona because then you can say you have a bona,
Juicy Bona.
a juicy bona, and then you can participate in the the very exciting in-game entertainment that is the beef races.
I know you're not going to share your hot.
cheesy, making it look easy.
Can,
and shit.
I know you're not sharing your hot dog with me. Can you at least share your juicy Bona with me, Tom?
We can move on to the next item on the list.
Next item, and I'm waiting for you to get absolutely dragged in the comments and afterward about this, Tom, for the next one. Beer at the ballpark. What is your rating for beer at the ballpark?
Steve, it's a C grade.
Say it a little bit louder for the fans at home.
That's a C grade at the ballpark. Look,
Yikes.
one of the things that you got to think about having at the ballpark is you're trying to eat as much as possible, both before and during. Beer gets in the way of that, and they charge you too much. They just do. And we all know this. We all complain about it, but it's too much money for a fucking Miller Lite to pay
For just a
ballpark.
Miller Lite, sure,
Yeah.
but they've got craft options. Still way more than Wrigley.
You know what they also have is a full bar. You know, you could just.
All right,
get-
so you're on to my next. So you got a C grade to beer,
yes, I did.
which is disappointing. Here's the thing: last year's beer selection A+, this year's beer selection A-, because the domestic is better. I'm a big Coors Light guy.
What?
I realize this
What
again.
the
I'm realizing now that I am a Coors Light, Miller Light,
Lord Almighty.
everything else, Bud Light at the bottom.
Why do I talk to you about food and drink, Steve?
What can I say?
You're terrible at food and drink.
All
You're
right.
bad at it.
Here we go. You brought up the bar. So I'm going to say this specifically, the Jack Daniels bar outside of section 109, 110. What's your grade?
That's an A grade. Absolutely. You can get whatever you want. You can go up there and order a Jack and Coke if you're, our friend Pete Hand. Thank you. Okay.
Wow. I was like, who's ordering Jack and Coke? I know Pete is a big Jack guy. I don't think I've ever seen him with Jack Daniels at the ballpark.
Well, he probably knows that he can get it at home and it's much cheaper. But look,
Yep.
like you can get whatever you want at that bar. And if it's me, I want a vodka soda because, again, that's my drink of choice. But that's just a me thing. If you're not that guy, you can also go and get whatever you want. But again, it's my grading system, and I think that that's an important piece of having a full bar at the ballpark. That's important from my experience as a fan.
I can't wait to see.
Fan how you want.
I can't wait to see double vodka soda Tom at the ballpark
I
eventually.
got a little wasty last time I was doing
Yes.
double vodka sodas.
Yep. $15 for a shot of Jack, apparently. Woof. Next one. We got a couple more, and they're on the dessert end of the spectrum.
Yes.
Dippin' Dots,
D
Tom.
grade. D grade. Absolute
D grade. He said D grade for Dippin' Dots.
It's not the ice cream of the future. It may have been the ice cream of the future in the 90s, but it never turned out
Is
to
it the ice
be-
cream of the present?
It's not the ice cream of the present. It's just not the way to go. Look, like it was, again, novelty. It was fun when you were a kid. It's not, I am not a child anymore. I do not. What I would rather have is a lemon chill. I would way rather have a lemon chill.
Agreed.
Absolutely. So then
Agreed.
why are you mad about my D grade on Dippin' Dots? D Dippin' Dots. It's all right in there.
Alliteration is bay. You know what? I'm not even mad at you. Last item. Actually, there's a couple more because I've had this one up in the chat, so I got to address it. Mailman Jack said funnel cake is my ballpark must-have. What are your thoughts on funnel cake, Tom?
That's what's really hard about funnel cake is it is so good. But it gets all up in my beard, and I look like I had cocaine.
Yes, exactly.
It's not a good look.
Come on.
For me personally,
You gotta
it
look-
makes
you
me
gotta look like
a
you-
goddamn crack addict.
You got to look like
It's-
Tyrone Biggums at the ballpark, man, from the Dave Chappelle skit. Is this the 5 o'clock free crack hour?
I look, it's a really, really quality food. They have it at fairs and ballparks for a reason, is because it just fits the summer really well. It's
I
literally
love funnel
deep
cakes.
fried. It's deep fried
Fried
dough
dough.
with sugar added. You can't really go wrong. However, I come again to the situation. You do need utensils to eat a funnel cake.
I use
So-
my hands for a funnel
What
cake.
the hell are you? Look, I don't know why I talk to you about food. I struggle with your opinions on food every time we talk about it.
I'm going to let the people in the comments support me in saying that eating funnel cake with
your
your hands,
hands?
you rip it apart and you eat it. All right. Final one. Dessert still. Churros.
That's an absolute A grade. You can't go wrong with a churro at the ballpark. It's gorgeous. That is a good way to soak down, finish off whatever evening you've had. Sox are winning, Sox are losing. Cinnamon sugar on a deep fried dough. Good golly.
You getting the plain one? Plain cinnamon sugar?
You
Or are
know,
you getting one of those filled ones?
I like the strawberry one.
Me too.
which
Facts.
I think a lot of people go chocolate. I'd go strawberry.
Yes, exactly. Thank you, Jack. You do not eat funnel cake with utensils.
I'm just saying, it may be a situation where, I get it all over my face. Maybe I'm bad at eating. Maybe, I've been bashing Steve over here for being bad at eating. Maybe I'm bad at eating.
Thank you. I'm getting so excited. I almost put an elbow through Tommy's wall here.
Which, would have been fine. We have a good time.
I know how to plaster and drywall now, thanks to being a current homeowner. Oh, shit. Well, we've been on for an hour, Tom. We should wrap this thing up.
Yeah, I'm glad that we were able to have a little bit of a cathartic session here at the end. We got our anger out at the beginning.
Absolutely.
I let the people know that Steve Stone's just fine. And we are in a collective awareness that today is Geo Day. And that's what matters most. Plus, homestand coming to your neighborhood soon.
Yes. I'm very excited to go home, get my Geo Day t-shirt on.
Yes.
Shout out to Alley White Sox for sending that to me in the mail. I'll definitely be sporting that. And we need a White Sox dub today. I'll say that. A little bit of my sanity rides on the White Sox winning today.
Holy yes.
Don't get swept by the Twins.
Oh my God. Because you just got swept by them?
In the words of Michael Jordan, fuck them Twins.
Is that
right? That's the quote, right?
I don't know. I thought it was fuck them kids, but
oh no, fuck them Twins. That's what it is. Shout to Prof for that one.
That's great. Okay, so we stand here. We are the Sons of Anarchy, and we close out in the same way every time. First of all, final thoughts. Any final thoughts? You just kind of shared.
I got it out.
I love it. Now, in Han, we trust.
Bounce back. We must. Have a good one, everybody. Thank you for those of you that tuned in live. For those of you that are listening over the podcast airwaves later, we also appreciate it. We'll see y'all next week.
Much love. Go Geo.
Geo.